Hey YouTube, Temple Crazed here. Alright, so I have had issues selling memorial pennies on whatnot, on eBay, on all of the different platforms. So I thought I'd do a quick video here. Look at them all. Are they shiny? Just a quick video here just to show you. Like, look at this 64 BU mint. Absolutely beautiful coin. Something like this sells on eBay for about $4, which is actually kind of, to me, is on the low side. I think should be closer to 8 in this shape. But I can't get people to buy it for $1 on my whatnot site. And I don't understand why. If anybody out there is interested, look me up on whatnot. I will definitely sell you some very, very pretty BU pennies. I have lots of them. Look at that 62 Denver. Look at that thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, where did our pink pointer go? I lost the pink pointer. Good. Oh, hey, I found it. I was just about to say, good job, Temple. But look at this. I mean, you can see the reflection. That's a lot of mint luster left in that penny. Being from 62. Let's see what else we got in here. I think these are all going to be 62 Denvers and 64 Phillies. Nope, I was mistaken. Because here's a 69 Denver. Right there. It's got a little carbon spot on it. But even with that little carbon spot, it's still a absolutely beautiful looking penny. And I sell a lot of pennies. I mean, I do. I sell a lot of wheat pennies, Indian head pennies, all that stuff, which I'm happy with and I'm proud of. But I can't understand why. Look at this thing. A 1988 Denver. This is a zinc, copper-coated zinc penny. These things are usually just junk by now. And look at the shape that thing's in. You send this off for grading, it's going to be a $20+ penny. It'd be great for a registry set. Absolutely phenomenal in a registry set. And it just goes on and on. I mean, oops. What else we got in here? I don't even know. I just dumped these out. There's another 64. Another 62. What's this one? 62. Like I say, I just dumped these out of a little bag that I had, just to see what we had laying around here. This is going to be, I think, another zinc one. Yep. A 1999. So you're thinking, oh, wow, 99. That's not that old. But honestly, I mean, that's 24 years old still. And look at the shape that's in. That's a Philadelphia minted 1999 memorial penny. I mean, if you're doing a book, you want newer, you're doing like a newer book or something, this is what you want in it. Like a Dansco book or something. Look at the steps on the memorial there. Look at the reflection. This is what you want. Sorry, I always get lost in these things because they're just so pretty. And when I say I have a lot of BU mint pennies that are like that, I mean I have a lot of them. A lot of them. I mean, look at them all. That whole bag, all that's right there. I have another huge bag of them. I believe this little tube's got some of the better ones in it. Let's see. Yeah. Here, let me just pull one out here for you. Look at this. 1993 Denver. And the thing is none of these have been searched for errors even. They're just, I got a, basically here's what happened. I bought a couple boxes of pennies to go through a while back. And this is the stuff I found in them. So I'm guessing it was somebody's collection dump. You know, maybe somebody's grandfather or dad or something passed away. And they didn't know what to do with all the pennies, so they just took them to the bank. So we got this kind of stuff going on, and you just don't find this stuff out in the wild, like, ever. So that was, what, an 89 Denver or something like that? Or 93, I mean. Here's a 98. I don't know, let's see. Does it have the wide AM on it? I don't know. No, but who cares? It's got one little carbon spotting right there. You can see Lincoln plain as day right there in the middle. Some people don't even know that that's Lincoln right there because they get pennies that are just junk and never have seen that. Here's a 92. Will it have the close AM? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get into that in a different show. No, that looks like the wide AM to me. Yep. Okay, well, actually, we'll do it right now. In 1992 and previous, on America here, there was a space between the A and M called the wide AM. And that's what this one is. You can see there that space. Now in 93, they switched this to the close AM. So let's grab that 93 back. And you see where the A and M is touching right there? That's the close AM. Now, the funny thing is, though, is that the proof reverse had the wide AM still. Or has the wide AM, I should say. Maybe, well, now it doesn't because it's the shield nickel, or the shield reverse. But it had the wide AM. So, and that one got used once in a while on some of the pennies. So in 98, basically 98 to, what is it, 2008, you should be checking all the reverses of your pennies to see if they have the wide AM, or wham, as some people just call it, reverse. Because that does add money to your reverse, or to your penny. So we always want to make sure we're checking that. Here's an 86 Denver here. Look at the shape that thing's in. Gorgeous. And see how that's got that wide AM? That's what they all had. Let's see what else we got here. Another 92 Denver. A 97. Here's a 69 Denver. Here's a 59 first year memorial. Let's pull that aside. And where these are coming from right now is I have a tube here that has some of the, what I would consider some of the nicer coins in it. But here, look at that thing, 1959, first year memorial penny. It's got a couple marks, but it's a 59, for God's sakes. It's old, like most of us. But normally, you know, you find pennies and they're going to be, you know, and this is a wheat, but they're going to be that color. Not that color. This is the color that people want. Here's a 1972 Denver. No, it isn't. It's not a Denver. Look at this. That's an S. That's a San Francisco. That's a San Francisco, a 72 San Fran. I mean, that's like a $5 to $8 penny. Right there. Right in front of you. And it's an error. Look at that. And it's an error. It's got a lamination error that's attached still right there. Right there. You know, I didn't even notice that before. So if somebody would have bought this and found that themselves, $20, $30, $50, who knows? Now that I found it, I'm going to put it in a flip and I'm going to sell it as an attached lamination error, and somebody's going to pay a lot of money for it. But that's why I say I don't actually search these things. I have so many of them, I don't have time to search all of them. So if somebody's looking for some of these modern, is what I call them, memorial style pennies in red, if they want me to put together a roll for them of mixed dates, or if they have specific dates, I don't have all the specific dates, like the 60, you know, I know a lot of people want like the 60 small date or the 60 big large date and stuff. I mean, I can throw you together a roll of just 60s, you know, all 60s, or, and I don't know if I can do all 70s. I probably could though. Here's a 69 Denver, 92, and I just have all these just beautiful pennies, and I don't have, like I say, I don't have time to go through all of them. For one, there's a 62 Denver. I suppose I could be showing y'all what I'm looking at here. 75 Denver. 94 Denver. Just throw them anywhere, I guess. There's an 87 Philly. What's this one? A 99 Philly. There's a 69. Is that a San Francisco? Yep. 1969 San Francisco. I don't know if there's any double die-obverse ones in here. No idea. I didn't check them. Again, I don't have time. Here's a 69 Denver. 87 Philly. 89 Denver. That's a pretty nice looking one right there. And you're like, oh, wow, come on, that can't be worth a lot of money. I'll tell you what. Let's pull up PCGS's site real quick on my computer, and I'll show you what it's worth. Hold on. All right, so I don't know how well we're going to see this, because you know how that works out. But anyway, here we go. So we have 1959 right there, right over here. 59 Denver. We've already looked at some of those. 63 from a 59 Denver, we come across MS63, which is a pretty easy grade to obtain. We're at $6 and $5, and it goes up. Look at this. I mean, if you can get a 67, look at this, 9,000 in a 60, or in a MS68, 9,000 is what they're saying for a 59 Denver. And I mean, these are just some of the grades you're looking at right here for 59s and 60s. Look at them. All right. So that's why I say I have all these just gorgeous pennies here. We were looking at an 86 Denver a minute ago here. Let me just scroll to an 86 Denver and take a look here. I am working on doing capture stuff for my computer. I was actually just working on learning DaVinci so that I can show this stuff a lot easier. 89 Denver? Is that what we were talking? 87? I don't even know. Let's see. Let's just find one. Here's a 86 Denver right in front of me here. Let's take a look at it on the camera here. You can all make up your own mind if you are familiar with grading, what you think the grade should be. I'm going to say 66? MS66? That's what I'm going to go with. MS66. It may be higher, maybe lower. I don't know. But that's a 86 Denver. 86 Denver, here we go. Well, in a 63, MS63, we're talking $6. In a 64, we're at 7. 65, we're at 10. In a 66, we're at 15. At a 67, you're at 24. At a 67 plus, you're at 30. If you could get an MS70, which is very difficult, that's an $11,000 penny. 69 MS69, you're at 6,500. 68 plus, you're at 650. I'm not going to say it's an MS70. Never in a million years would I say that. That's a very difficult grade to get. But I'm going to say most of these pennies are going to be a 64 to 65, which is a pretty obtainable grade to get, really. I know we had a 99 there. Let's see, where did that one go? 1999. Let's see here. Well, here's a 98 Denver. Let's look at this one again on the camera. Beautiful looking strike. Everything looks good. Lots of good luster. No major marks in the fields. Everything looks good. No major wear really at all. It's hard to get the camera to focus. It's so shiny, it shines right back at the camera. It doesn't want to focus, but it's a very nice looking penny. I'm going to give it a 64. And that's a 98 Denver. A 98 Denver. And you guys can go look this stuff up. Absolutely. Go look it up. In a 64, that's a $4 penny. And you're like, oh, $4. What do you freaking do? Well, that's $3.99 more than what it's actually worth if you take it to the bank. So yeah, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. It's an absolute no freaking brainer. And if I had the money and the time to go through every single little penny here and, you know, get them graded and all the good stuff and whatever, I would do it. I just don't have the time. I mean, look at this. You're talking, there's a few hundred pennies right there. Do you have any idea what that would cost to grade for one? I mean, you're talking, you know, $10,000 in grading probably. Let's just grab another one just to be absolutely sure here. 64. I have some, that one's not as nice, but I do have some really nice 64s. Well, actually, let's do this one, a 66 Philly. This one's really nice. 66 Philly, I mean, that thing's in really nice shape. And that's the other thing. People aren't sending these in anymore, really, for grading because you're not finding them in these kind of shapes anymore, really. So anyway, that's a 66 Philly. So let's scroll to 66 Philadelphia here. And you guys can go look this stuff up. I'm not going to try to show you all this stuff. And make sure you're looking up the right thing, because you'll, like here we got 66 in brown, red, or red-brown. When you get older, older pennies, they come in different colors. That one definitely is red. I mean, it looks like it's brand new. In a 64, it's $10. In a 65, you're at 20. At a 66, you're at 48. At a 66 plus, which is, they think it's not quite a 67, but it's not quite a 66. It would be like 66 and a half. You're at 120. And there's nothing on PCGS higher than a 67 plus. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty insane, if you ask me, price-wise. what else we got here? Just to kind of fill the time. Yeah, we are at 20 minutes. What's this penny? 92 Denver. 92 Denver. Let's go look at a 92 Denver. What the hell? 92 Denver red. It's not the close AM. If it was, that'd be awesome because that would be worth thousands, but just a regular one. And I'm just taking like like I say, a 64, 65. That's not a hard grade really to obtain on these ones, I don't believe. In a 64, you're talking $7, and a 65, $10. Is it going to cost you more to grade it than what you're going to get out of it? Absolutely. Is it worth grading it? Maybe. And I say maybe because if this is a hobby you're in and you want to collect stuff like this and you're interested in even collecting pennies, then it's worth probably getting it graded. To me, anyway. I have graded wheat pennies. I collect wheat pennies. I collect Indian head pennies. So I have graded ones of those, even if they're not worth the huge monies. Even if it costs me more to grade it than what it's actually worth, I've spent the money anyway, because this is the hobby I'm in. Look at this 64. Look at how beautiful this thing is. It's just got that just gorgeous tonage going on. You see the darkness from being in a roll for so long. Now, I know some of these I did buy as BU rolls. Does have a little mark there, so you know, it's going to be a little bit, it's going to take into account what they're going to grade it. So let's look at I'm just going to look up a 64 red. Even in a 63, MS63, you're at $6. So that's why I sit here and I get so frustrated when I'm trying to sell stuff like this and people are like, oh, I don't want that modern stuff. It's just not worth it. Well, yeah, actually it is worth it. You may not think so when you're gonna spend $2, $3, $4 on a penny, but to be honest, to me it's worth it. I buy pennies that are that expensive all the time. Still, look at this. There's a 1975 right there. Look at the shape that thing's in. And look at it. Look at down here. I have a whole bunch of different ones. I have so many. 1975. Oops, sorry. 75 Philly in red. In a 63, we're at $3. But if you can get a 64, you're at $8. If you can get a 67, you're at $140. $140 for a penny. So, next time you're in somebody's auction and they're selling off a few of these more modern memorial pennies, and you just go, eh. I mean, if you're into pennies, I mean, if you're not into pennies, fine. You're not into pennies. But if you're into pennies at all, even if it's just wheat pennies and stuff, you know, looking at some of these more modern ones is not the dumbest idea in the world because they're starting to be the old pennies, honestly. You know, we did the 2009 presidency, the Abraham Lincoln sets, and then we switched into those very ugly, I think, shield pennies, and that's what we're at now. We don't have these nice memorial ones anymore, even though, I mean, they're still they're not produced anymore. You can still get them, obviously, but not in these shapes. You're not going to find these out in the wild very often. Not in these beautiful shapes. Look at that 91 Denver. It's just not going to happen. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon you might find one, but it's just not a thing you're going to find every day out there. There's a 99. Absolutely beautiful. So, that's why I say, if you're into pennies, look at these memorials. Take a look at them when you see them out there in the wild that are nicer ones. Or if you're in my stream and I decide to sell some of these. I mean, I buck and go these things, and as I've proven now, they're worth a lot more than a buck, most of them. Anyway, this has been Tempo Crazed. I know I'm ranting at this point, and most of you have probably left the video at this point, said this guy's nuts. That's fine. That's fine. I am a little bit bonkers. But if you didn't like the video, you know what to do. You just thunk. And that lets me know that you didn't like my rants and raves and all that good stuff, and that you want me to do something different. If you did like the video, give me that thumbs up. Put a comment down below. Let me know what you were thinking, what your thoughts are on modern memorial pennies. Look at that. There's a 60 Denver. Now, is this a large date? Oh, well, now it's a no date. I just lost it in the pile of other awesome looking pennies. Now, I think that's a small date, right? I'm pretty sure that's the small date. Let's see. 60 Denver small date. Which is the more desirable one, really. It's worth a few bucks more than the large date. Let me look here. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to... There we go. Yeah, that's definitely the small date. Pretty sure that's the small date. Let me pull up a comparison. Alright, now we gotta look at these a little closer. Hold on. Oof. Hello, camera. Really tough to tell. Might be the large date. Either way, a 60 Denver, whether it's a large date or a small date. Let's look at if I look at a 60 Denver large date in red, excuse me, in red. Sure, there was 1.5 billion minted. 1.5 billion. But the population, PCGS population, the most of them come in at a 65, MS65. There's 1,408 of those. Well, the most recent one was not a PCGS to sell. The most recent one was actually an NGC, and it sold in January of 2022 for $63. $63, people. Holy heck. And if we go up to a 67 on that, the most recent 67 to sell was June 2023 at Heritage Auctions. It was an NGC graded one, $240. You heard me right, $240 for a penny. So that's why I say, before you start, getting all high and mighty about a penny, just not being worth it or whatever, maybe you should look at what pennies actually go for out there in the real world when you're as collections. I mean, these things are ones that people are going to put in a registry set. If you get this thing graded or something, somebody's going to buy that to put it in a registry set. And the people that do registry sets, holy crap, that thing is really nice. Sorry. Look at the rim on that. It's just gorgeous. It looks brand new. It's a 91. The people, though, that do registry sets, they pay money for these things. Big money. I mean, big money. in a 1991 let's see, type 4. That's just a 91, right? Yep. 91 Philadelphia in red, definitely red, not red brown, not brown, red. The highest known for PCGS is an MS69 red. There was over 5 billion minted. The most expensive one ever sold was, the record was at Heritage Auctions, April 26th, 2017. It was a MS68 Plus red, sold for $1,116. So, and they're saying if you could get there's only one PCGS population of an MS69. They're saying that should be worth about $11,000. Is this one of them? Like I said, getting those high grades is really, really difficult. But you never know. If you get the right grader, you might get something like that. So, again, before you start scoffing at these newer pennies, go and look online at what some of these in graded conditions go for. Are these graded? No, they're raw. That's how you can get them cheaper. You get them cheaper by buying them raw like this and getting them graded. You know, decide if they're worth grading yourself or getting them graded yourself and then making the money off of it. Again, I don't have time to take all these pennies in or send all these pennies in to get them graded myself. But say you buy 5 or 6 of them. Look at this roll here. I went through, and this whole roll, even though the sides don't look great, this whole roll is all full of nice, bright red pennies. The whole thing. You know, there's 50 some odd pennies in there. Sure, to me, that's $50 sitting there. But if it were graded, there could be $5,000 sitting there. I don't know. You be the judge. Again, thumbs down if you hated this video. If you absolutely just hated it, just boom, hit that thumbs down. You're not going to hurt my feelings. If you liked the video, though, give me the thumbs up. Tell me what you liked about it, or tell me what you hated about it. Either way. Also, watch my other videos. Check me out on Whatnot. Do you like these rambling videos? Some of you do. I know you do. Because you've told me in the comments that you like these rambling videos. You go through coin rolls yourself and listen to me ramble on. Other people have said I put them to sleep. I don't know. I hate the sound of my voice, so if I put you to sleep, that's cool, I guess. Thanks for watching. Do the comment thing, the rate thing, the subscribe-y thing, the bell, notifications. I'm trying to figure out how to put all that stuff on the screen for you. I'm very technical savvy, just not in this stuff. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.